Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is The Killer Affairs of the State by Luc Jacamon, Matz, lettered by Andworld Design, and then translated by Edward Gauvin. All right, so those who have watched my videos, you know I'm a fan of The Killer. Killer is a story about this guy named, that we just know as The Killer. He's a hitman, French, and has that cool, doesn't talk a lot, but able to like jack people up and, you know, snipe from a mile away type of thing going on. He is a nihilist. He really, I don't want to say hates society, but just sees like a corruption in it. And longs for a maybe simpler life in some ways. But what's also interesting is that this is the anti-Bond in many ways. This is a character who is often hired to go against the colonialist and capitalist forces that would hire and point Bond in a direction. These two would be complete antithesis of each other. And it's not just Brian. So the comic creators are from France. At least I think Matz is from France. I don't know about. I'm guessing Luc Jacamon is too. And has a very like Euro viewpoint of everything. And the way I describe it is like the United States is not the center of the world, and the United States is a negative in many ways. And the series. Many volumes, I think this is like the 5th volume at this point, has kind of emphasized that like the capitalist society is not necessarily a good one. So this one picks up from the previous volume. In the previous volume, the killer has kind of been busted. He is now an assassin for the French government. So here he is brought into a mission where he needs to work with 2 other people. He's usually a solo person, and he needs to work with 2 other people to take care of a corrupt politician in a French town. It's a citywide corruption. They're like bringing guns in and selling them off, and there's of course drug trades and gangs. And this kind of team of assassins are there to end it, and that also might mean killing the politicians. Let's go with that. It's a very interesting volume. It's not so much about the activity, like there's corruption and all, and they have a mission. But really, that's kind of secondary to everything. This is really about a killer who is now in a very different situation. He's usually worked solo. He now has to work as a team, but he's also undercover during this, working a normal job. So he's got his foot in like many different worlds in this, and a lot of the story is his kind of observations about life, death, work, interactions, humanity as a whole. Just these very kind of like deep thoughts about what he does and like what he's observing while doing it. It's not quite as, say, action-packed, mission-driven as previous volumes. Some of the previous volumes have been. This is very much of like a guy busted who is trying to figure out like, does he hate his current situation, and what does the current situation mean? And it's kind of interesting because, he's interacting with different people who are also in the same, not necessarily the same situation, but also, killers and hitmen and stuff like that. And they kind of like are like, what the hell, where the hell did you come from, dude? Like, what is this? Part of the story also has to deal with 2 cops, local cops, who are seeing the results of the killer's work. And they themselves, like, what their observations are. But in the end, it's really a story about vacuums. What happens when you take out, a key element, like what fills that space. And we see that multiple times throughout the story, and I think it's really, really intriguing. This is, it's good. This is the whole series. I don't know what stories they're going to cover. Is going to be a Netflix film, I believe, by David Fincher, which is going to be sweet. So I can't wait. Like the Killer as a whole is one of my favorite series. It's got that Bond cool without the Western bullshit. It's the best way of putting it. Awesome graphic novel. Like, art is fantastic as always. Like that's not even a question. for this. Like, just has such a cool style about it. Don't know, like, how to quite describe it. Very European is about what I got. Very, very European. But it's cool. It's awesome. It's great. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. If you like that kind of, like, you know, assassin from a distance sort of thing, like, go get this. Out now, you can get it. It is in comic shops and bookstores. We have a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code to help comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We do have some links where you can purchase your own. They'll be affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage by doing that. You help support our site, so thank you. Just watching our video support us, so thank you for that. If you are into comics, if you're into graphic novels, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, and TikTok, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.